Growing up in a motorsport and rally family, I mean, I guess I knew no different. I remember Mum was away probably 6 months of the year, and it was Dad who made our school lunches and dropped us off to school. So growing up, I thought that was completely normal, and I didn't think Mum was crazy at all. I thought that's what everyone's mums did. I realised that's not the case later, but for us, rallying is our life, and it was something that I was never pushed to be involved with. It definitely came for me later on when I got my driver's license and got to experience rallying for myself. But certainly that culture was part of my upbringing. It wasn't until I was 17, and my father actually was running a rally school at the time, and he made my sister and myself go out to the rally school just to learn how to drive, so we were competent at how to manage a car before we got on the road with other road users. But that, from that moment, I remember having the first drive of a car on gravel and just thought, wow, this is awesome, this is what it's all about. I do it because I absolutely love to do it, and I wouldn't be there if it wasn't that deep down drive for the passion for the sport. So dealing with pressure is one of the things you have to do, among with many of the other difficulties of the sport, which makes the sport so challenging. So I think, for me, it's about getting on with the job, really. Yeah, I remember my first rally very well, Rally the Manning Valley, and we got about 19 kilometres in until we ended up down the side of a hill. So I remember actually though driving out to the start of the stage and driving on the gravel access road and saying to Mick Ryan, who was co-driving for me, is this what it's like? Is this what the roads are going to be like? And I think at that point he got a bit worried because he thought, wow, she's so green. But obviously the next event went a lot better, and things went up from there. Both Neil Bates and my mum have been incredible role models for me. I think as far as driving goes, Neil's definitely the person that I call up. I don't really take much driving advice from my mum, but in a more general sense, within the sport and seeing what she's achieved in the sport and how she's managed to do that and have a family and other jobs, and she's pretty incredible. So I definitely do learn a lot from her about life in general. I remember when I was young going to the Coffs Harbour Rally, and they actually won the event, and we got to go up on the bonnet, and we felt pretty cool. But I loved the water slides at the hotel that we stayed at, and so I guess for me it was like this big holiday, and I didn't really appreciate the gravity of it. But certainly as I started to compete, and you realise just how tough it is and how competitive it is, and what they're able to achieve, and to start from building their own car to develop to what they've achieved and what they've built up to today. It's pretty incredible. I remember when I moved overseas in 2009 to the UK and didn't really have much money, or knew where I was going to go or how I was going to get the money to compete, and we just started from there, and I did what I could and scrambled together what I could to keep going, and one opportunity led to another, and I guess that was really eye-opening for me to learn that putting yourself right out of your comfort zone and doing something that scared you or was completely foreign, how much you grow from that experience, and then that opens another door, which opens another door. And so I think making that decision to give it a go, I was thought at the time, oh, it's now or never, I may as well go and give it a go, but that's the best thing I ever did, and I'm really grateful for what doors it opened and what followed after that. Rallying is it's such an addictive sport. Anyone that's involved can tell you that, and it's very difficult to describe that sensation of driving and that buzz, I guess, when you put a car on the limit of grip in a gravel surface and where everything's changing, and to be able to do a good stage and know that you've nailed every corner in that kind of environment. It's a very difficult thing to do, and it's a huge challenge. So the reward for doing that is just an incredible high, and that sort of keeps you going.